There is a good chance that you are using a Tata product right now, or maybe even looking at a Tata screen. But if you look closely at your surroundings, you'll realize that the Tata Group is present everywhere. It's in the salt, in your food, the tea in your cup, the car in your garage, even the airline that flies you around. The story of the Tatas is an integral part of the story of modern India. So what's the secret behind the 200-year rise of this Indian powerhouse? Let's find out. In the early 1800s, India was still under British rule, and the Indian merchant class was struggling to make a mark. That is when a young man named Jamsetji Tata left his quiet village called Navesari and moved to the bustling city of Mumbai. There he started a small business exporting cotton to Britain. This was in 1822. And it marked the beginning of one of the most extraordinary success stories in the history of business. In the decades that followed, the company grew rapidly. When his son Jamsetji Tata took over the business, he foresaw the growing demand for high-quality steel in the booming textile industry. So he invested his profits in setting up India's first textile factory. By all accounts, this was a very shrewd move, because as the Indian textile industry grew, so did the Tata businesses. However, Jamsetji Tata was not just a businessman. He was a visionary. While he was managing his thriving textile business, he also spent time visiting Europe, meeting experts and learning about the latest technologies. And this gave him an idea to establish India's first five-star hotel, the Taj, which opened its doors in 1903. Similarly, he wanted to build India's first steel plant. Unfortunately, he never saw this dream materialize, but his son Dhruv Tata did. Dhruv had been involved in the family business since he was a teenager. After graduating from the University of Cambridge, he came back to India and joined his father's company. But his father's passing in 1904 meant that he had big shoes to fill. Thankfully, he was up to the task. Over the next few years, Dhruv traveled across Europe, visiting steel plants and gathering information. In 1907, he finally laid the foundation stone of India's first steel plant in Sakchi, a small village in the state of Bihar. However, the project was far from smooth. The company faced multiple hurdles, including opposition from local communities and financial strain due to World War I. But Dhruv was determined to make Tata Steel a reality. In 1912, he invited renowned British engineer Sir Gilbert Clayton to head the steel plant. Clayton played a pivotal role in resolving technical issues and ensuring that the plant was completed. Finally, on August 1912, Dhruv's dream came to fruition. Tata Steel was officially inaugurated. To celebrate this historic occasion, he gifted shares of the company to his employees, marking the birth of India's first corporate. Although Dhruv was instrumental in building the Steel Empire, he was keenly aware that his strength lay in his ability to spot opportunities. And there was no better example of this than his establishment of the Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore. As India moved towards independence, the country's socio-economic landscape shifted dramatically. Traditional industries were being replaced by modern ones, ushering in an era of rapid industrialization. Dhruv recognized this change and decided to invest in education. With the help of some friends and a British scientist named J.W. McKim, he established the Indian Institute of Science in Bangalore, one of India's first modern research institutions. But it was his son JRD Tata who would truly take the Tata brand to new heights. JRD Tata joined the family business in the late 1920s after completing his studies in England. Under his leadership, the Tata Group became one of India's largest conglomerates. JRD shared his father's passion for aviation and his vision for India's future. Recognizing the importance of air travel, JRD established India's first airline, Tata Airlines, which later merged with another airline to form Air India. He also diversified the group's interests into power generation, chemicals, automobiles, and more. JRD's contributions extended beyond the business world. He was deeply involved in India's struggle for independence and played a significant role in shaping the country's post-independence policies. In fact, Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru once said that if India had a Ministry of National Integration, JRD Tata would be its head. When India gained independence from the British Raj in 1947, the country was at a crossroad. The partition had caused immense suffering, and there was a lot of uncertainty about the future. But amidst these challenges, JRD Tata's vision for a united India remained steadfast. He believed that the country's diversity was its strength and that its people should be brought together through trade, travel, and cultural exchange. He put his money where his mouth was and embarked on a series of initiatives that promoted national integration. One of his most significant contributions was the establishment of the Tata Power and the Tata Motors. These companies played a pivotal role in electrifying rural India and putting cars on the road. Through these ventures, JRD created jobs, provided essential services, and fostered a sense of pride in Indian manufacturing. Another important initiative of JRD was the promotion of Hindi as a national language. He realized that for India to truly come together, it needed a common language. And so he set up the Hindi Salaka Samiti, an organization dedicated to the promotion of Hindi. JRD was also a vocal advocate for women's rights. At a time when women were still fighting for equality, he broke barriers by appointing women to key positions in his companies. He believed that gender should not be a barrier to success, and his actions paved the way for generations of Indian women. Despite his many contributions to the country, JRD Tata never sought personal gain or recognition. He was motivated solely by his love for India and its people. But perhaps the greatest irony of his life was that despite his immense contributions to India's growth and development, he was not always recognized or appreciated by the government. In the post-independence era, the Indian government adopted a socialist model of development, which emphasized state control over private enterprise. As a result, many industries were nationalized, including Air India, which JRD had founded. Despite these setbacks, JRD remained committed to his vision for India. In 1979, he handed over the reins of the Tata Group to his nephew, Ratan Tata. Over the next 5 decades, Ratan Tata has steered the Tata Group to become one of the largest conglomerates in the world. In 1991, when Ratan Tata became chairman of the Tata Group, India's economy was tightly controlled with strict regulations and limited foreign investment. But Ratan saw an opportunity in the midst of these restrictions. He understood that India's vast population and growing middle class presented a huge market potential. So he began a massive expansion of the group's operations, entering new industries and acquiring leading brands. Under his leadership, Tata became a household name, known for its wide range of products and services. But Ratan wasn't satisfied with domestic success alone. He wanted to take Tata to the global stage. In 2008, Tata Motors acquired Land Rover and Jaguar from Ford Motor Company for £1.7 billion. This deal made Tata Motors the 6th largest automobile company in the world and the 2nd largest in the UK. Since then, Tata has continued to grow internationally. Today, the Tata Group has a presence in more than 100 countries. Its portfolio includes some of the most respected brands in the world, such as Jaguar, Land Rover, Tetley Chorus, and more. These companies operate in a wide range of industries, from automobiles and steel to tea and chemicals. But perhaps Ratan Tata's most ambitious project was the Tata Nano, the world's cheapest car. Launched in 2009, the Nano was designed to bring affordable transportation to the mass. Despite its low price tag, the Nano was not a compromise on quality. It came with all the features of a typical car, such as power steering, air conditioning, and a CD player. Although the Nano faced some initial challenges, it won numerous awards, including Time Magazine's Best Invention of the Year in 2009. Today, the Tata Group employs over 65,000 people and has annual revenues of over $100 billion. But despite its massive size and global reach, the group remains committed to its original values. It is known for its strong ethical standards, commitment to sustainability and dedication to social up. So what's the secret behind the Tatas' enduring success? It's a combination of factors, including their long-term vision, business acumen, and unwavering commitment to integrity and nation building. Throughout their 200-year history, the Tatas have never lost sight of their core values. They have always put the needs of their customers first, treated their employees fairly, and operated their businesses with transparency and honesty. This has built trust in the Tata brand and has been a key factor in their success. But perhaps the most important lesson we can learn from the Tatas is that true success is not just about making money. It's about making a difference in the world. The Tatas have always been driven by a desire to improve the lives of their customers and their employees. They have pioneered innovative employee welfare schemes, invested in education and healthcare, and promoted national integration. So the next time you see a Tata product or use a Tata service, remember that you are not just interacting with a brand. You are engaging with a legacy of excellence, integrity, and social responsibility. That's all for today. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe for more insightful business stories. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next video.